everyone, I'm Abha, I'm from Lawlex, and today we have a special guest. We have my Chaddi Buddy, also known as Advocate Shreya Chakrabarti. Shreya, thank you so much for coming to us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me, Abha.
So I know it's been a very long day because I've literally dragged her from court. But Shreya, today we're going to be asking you a couple of really stupid questions that people have for lawyers. But we're too shy to ask because we don't want you to think we're dumb. So you're not going to judge us, right?
Yeah, let's see how smart I am through these questions first.
So you've been working in court for about a year?
Yeah.
So you're like a baby lawyer?
I'm a baby lawyer. I'm an infant, 1 year old. Actually.
So are you ready for these questions now?
Yeah.
We're going to try and go through this as quickly as possible.
Yeah. Shoot.
Alright. So the first one is, how do I file a civil case and how is it decided which case goes where?
Basically, any suit which has a civil nature to it will go to civil court.
Yeah.
Unless there are some particular provisions, there are some particular statutes which bar it from going to the civil court.
Correct.
Okay, so like if it is a civil nature, say for example recovery suits, recovery of money, then partition suits, these all go to civil courts.
Right.
And if you have something like income tax matter, that will go to income tax tribunal because it bars from going to civil court.
Right.
There is also one way, that is if you go for territorial jurisdiction.
Right.
So in territorial jurisdiction also there are two kinds. Okay, there are two categories rather, not kinds. One is your movable property and one is immovable property.
Right.
So for example, if it is a recovery of money suit, so where all you can file this? Because you just now asked me that where will I be filing, which case goes where? Yeah.
Right.
So in when it comes to a money suit, it will rather be first, it can be filed in a place where the plaintiff resides. That is the person who is filing the suit.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Or he carries his occupation.
Okay.
Or it can be filed where the defendant resides or he carries his occupation.
Right.
Okay.
So they have this criteria.
They have this criteria.
This is territorial.
This is the movable property territorial jurisdiction.
Right.
Now if we go for immovable property is simple. Now say for example it's a partition suit. So wherever that building stands, the jurisdiction of the court of that particular area will be covering this particular matter.
Okay.
And the third is the pecuniary jurisdiction. Say you have a money suit of say 50,000, it will go to civil court junior division.
Right.
If it is above 5 lakhs, say for example it's 50 lakhs or say 5 crores, it will go to CJSD, that is civil judge senior
like
division.
A limit of how much
it is up to 5 lakhs it is civil judge junior division and above 5 lakhs it is civil judge senior division. That is it.
Thank you. And the other thing is, now this is really stupid, but I know everybody has this question. When they have to get a document notarized, how do I get a legal document notarized? Suppose it's a sale deed or something like that. How do I get it notarized?
It's very simple. So you take your sale deed, you go to a notary. So who is a notary? Notary is a lawyer who is authorized to notarize. Now what is notarized? We need to understand this and I'll tell you in brief. That is to certify, to attest and to authenticate a particular document.
Right.
That is notarizing.
Correct.
So notaries are those advocates who have this authority to do so. So they will just
not every lawyer can do that.
Not every lawyer. You have to actually pass an exam and you have to have a standing practice of 7 years. Only they can do it.
Okay.
So all the legal documents don't need to be registered, but most of them do. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So suppose I'm arrested and it happens very suddenly and I don't know what's going on. What is the first thing I should do when I'm arrested?
Why would you be arrested?
I don't know. I think I might kill someone. I'm getting that feeling.
Yeah.
Like
the Abha that I know, yes, she can actually go for manslaughtering.
Boys, for no real reason, I feel like attacking them.
Yeah, true.
So suppose like they say I won't say molested them because I'm not that bad. But if I've attacked them for some reason or caused them hurt, like if I'm arrested and what are my first rights actually? What is the first thing I'm supposed to do when I get arrested?
See, first of all, you have to understand you have been arrested.
Yeah.
So, your first right would be to remain silent. Nobody can make you speak.
Okay.
You have the right to silence. Okay. Secondly, you can appoint and consult a lawyer. No one can stop you from doing that.
Yeah. Legal representation.
Legal representation, a proper lawyer. You want to hire your lawyer, you can do so. Okay. Thirdly, you can ask for legal aid if you cannot appoint your lawyer, because sometimes it may happen that you don't have money. You do have
all my money on clothes.
Right, but there are people who genuinely don't have any money. They can definitely go for legal aid. Okay. So after that, they have a right of information regarding bail. Now, say for example, I have committed extortion, I have been arrested. Now, extortion is a bailable offense. Okay, so I can get bail, but for that I need to know that I can get bail.
You have to be like have that knowledge.
Yes, but many times you don't have, and this is the duty of the police to tell you at the time of arresting that this particular thing is a bail matter.
Right.
Now, for example, you just said that you will get arrested because you have killed people. So for that you will not get bail, and that information also
murder shouldn't be bailable.
Yes, right. Good that you know. So that is the thing. This thing is there. Okay. Then you have a right to medical examination. Now, for example, right before arresting, you got beaten up by someone. So you should have the right to tell it to the police, and you should have the right to seek a doctor. Okay, then a very important right which many people don't know or understand is that you cannot be held up without judicial scrutiny for more than 24 hours. See, the
So
rule
something
is,
has to start happening.
see,
within 24
basically the
hours.
thing is, the moment I get arrested, very immediately I should be presented before the magistrate.
Correct.
But even if it's not immediate, it shouldn't delay more than 24 hours, and that is your right. So these are some
So a couple
very
of rights we
basic
should
rights
remember.
you always have.
So if you get arrested, Shreya has just saved your life. Just remember that.
I hope.
So now, so I'm a landlord or a landlady, and I have a tenant who is not vacating my house, and I've been telling them to vacate. I've been telling them, but nothing is working.
Yeah.
So now, what legal action can I take?
See, small causes court have 90% of only this matter of vacating and kicking people's ass.
Get out. Yeah.
Get out. Yeah. So basically, what you do is, you are a landlady and you want to, you want your tenant to go out. First, you send them a notice.
Right.
You first tell them get out. If they don't get out, you send them a notice.
Right.
You say, for example, in 15 days you have to vacate, or within a month you have to vacate. If they have not given you the peaceful possession
Of the
of
house.
your property back to you, then you file a suit. Suit for possession in small causes.
I would be like wrongful possession, like.
No, it is
they're
not wrongful possession, but it is basically you're getting your property back, and it is suit for your possession of that property, because the possession was with the tenant, not with you.
Not
Even
with
though you had the ownership,
But they had the possession.
yeah.
Right.
So you need to be back in the possessor's foot
Okay.
regarding to that particular thing.
How do I file an FIR? Now this is now it's the shoes on the other foot. Now suppose I want to say somebody did something, and I'm accusing them of something, and I go to the police. What is the simplest way of filing an FIR?
See, now the simplest way of filing an FIR, I would say that things are becoming really hip, and we can actually file FIR online now.
Oh.
Yeah, like states like Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, even Mumbai Police has this online FIR thingy.
Okay.
But anyway, I won't go in detail with that. I'll tell you the basic procedure of FIR. So you go to the police, and you can file an FIR written or oral. Okay. So if by chance it is an oral FIR, then make sure that the police has written it down.
Okay.
Then the second step would be that the police should tell you what he has written down, so that you can confirm, and if some point has gone missing or some detail is haywire, then you can correct it.
Right.
Thirdly, you will sign it.
Okay.
No FIR can go without signing it.
Right.
You sign it. So that completes the first part, that is record, sign, register. Okay. So now this is a registered FIR with the police, with a stamp and everything. Seal and everything.
Yeah.
After this, you have a right to get a free copy of that FIR.
Okay.
If you're not getting it, ask that person to give him.
Right. Okay.
So this is how you actually file an FIR.
So it's
There's nothing-
they made it actually quite easy.
Yeah, this is how
I
it
don't
is.
know why
Okay,
things
so
go
when
wrong.
when it comes to online, okay, there is one small thing about online FIR which I read very recently, because it's a recent development. That is, say for example, it's a cognizable offence. Like cognizable offence is where you can get arrested without warrant. Say for example, you murdered someone, you can be arrested on spot.
Right.
So for cognizable offence, you want to file a complaint, file an FIR.
Yeah.
You will be directly filing an FIR and not a complaint. Okay. So, but in a non-cognizable offence, like say for example, extortion.
Right.
Okay, or
stealing.
Yeah. So in that case, what happens is you will file a complaint, and the police will check the details and will go seek a permission from the magistrate, and then only it can be converted into an FIR.
Okay. All right. So,
So
there's that difference between cognizable and non-cognizable.
That's basically in the online FIRs.
Oh. But
Yeah.
this is handy, because a
Yeah.
lot of us like to do things online. So why don't we file an FIR online?
Yes.
This happens a lot in India. Now this is I don't know why people do this, but if I want to marry my first cousin, can I do that? First of all, how fucking lazy are you that you just got up one day, saw your cousin and said, yeah, I want to marry you. Like you didn't even go step outside and meet anybody else who's not related to you. So can we do that? Can we
So
marry
how
our
many
first
people
cousin?
right out there actually are planning to marry their first cousin?
There must be quite a few. Like
Suddenly the cousin became really hot and you just couldn't.
And do they know that what they're doing is not right? I don't think they're aware of it. So is it can we do that?
See, except for I think Muslim personal laws, every other religion prohibits us. So no, we actually cannot marry our first cousin even if he looks the second Tom Cruise or George Clooney. No, sorry people, we can't.
And I've heard there's some problem with like there can be genetic abnormalities. Also
Yeah,
because,
definitely. Oh, variety is always good.
Yeah. Go
I
outside
swear by it.
Go outside your mohalla and find somebody there. So, okay, this is very simple. Like, suppose we have very nice names. You have Shreya, I have Abha. We've been very happy with our names.
Yeah.
But if somebody is named, say their parents hated them and they named them Asshole. So, how do you change your name? How do you change your name which you don't want to be stuck with for the rest of your life?
It's somewhat not so easy procedure, but still I'll tell you the 3 steps of it. First, you have to make an affidavit.
Right.
Okay, you draft your affidavit, you notarize it, and then you have to very specifically mention your old name, the name that you want. If it is a surname, you have to specifically select that I am changing only my surname or the first name or the middle name, whatever part of your name.
Right.
Okay. After you have made your affidavit, you will go for publishing it in a newspaper. So you have to go for newspaper publication. You at least select 2 newspapers. You publish it in the newspaper, and specifically the issue of the newspaper which has this statement of yours that this is your name from now, this is how you're changing your name. You please preserve that particular newspaper. Okay. After that, the third step would be to go and notify it to the this Gazette notification.
Okay, yeah.
So
they
for
have to
that,
publish it in the Gazette.
yeah. So for that, you have to go to the local government which handles the press, government press. Okay. So and you have to file a couple of documents like deed, surname change, the affidavit that you had, the newspaper that you had, and some couple of some documents that you have to give.
Yeah.
For which they guide you. They tell you from the department only. They tell you.
But
you
it's
do
not
all
as simple
that.
as one would have thought.
No. Just like making an affidavit. My name, at Twyla, my name has changed.
I'm Shah Rukh Khan from now on.
Yes, exactly. So that doesn't happen.
Okay.
But then after it has been published on the official Gazette, please keep that particular. You get a newspaper cutting or something, whatever you have. You keep it preserved and make as many copies as possible for that, and preserve it for lifetime.
Okay. Got it.
Then you can change your name.
Got it.